We're Maryland's official African American Cultural and History Museum. The reason they gave us that designation there, that is the former Mount Moriah AME Church. It was built in 1874 by, at that point in time, some fairly recently emancipated slaves. They built their own church, formed their own congregation. Frederick Douglass spoke at the opening and was a member in the early years. They thrived in that location for almost 100 years. Thurgood Marshall was a member in the later years. Eventually, the congregation moved to a new location just outside of town. They're still there. A couple miles down the road, Mount Moriah still exists. The building very nearly did not continue to exist because as soon as the congregation left, the county came in and wanted to bulldoze the place for a parking lot for their courthouse over here. Thankfully, the neighbors and congregation members all got together to do their protest thing. We're talking the late 60s, early 70s. People were pretty good at it back then. They did their sit-ins and whatnot and eventually got its proper historical designation. Fast forward to the 1980s, and the state was looking for a spot to put its brand new Black History Museum. This building looked like a prime candidate, centrally located, wasn't in too bad shape. So after a little TLC, she reopened her doors in 1984 as the museum. From the wall over was added on in 2005. So spread throughout the whole facility, we have two types of displays. You have your classic history museum type stuff, detailing African American history in Maryland in general, Annapolis in particular, from the first slave ship right on up to the Civil Rights era. That is all above our heads here on the second level. If you go through the displays from the rear of the building towards the front, it'll roughly go chronological for you, roughly. In addition to the history stuff, we have artists that we rotate in and out periodically, usually every 9-12 months or so. Right now, we're nearing the end of our current featured artist, Jabari Jefferson from Washington, D.C. He takes random bits and pieces of things that he finds at flea markets and yard sales and makes really cool art out of them. Some fairly large pieces, so his works take up all the other space. They start off here and then continue on in the upper two levels of the old church sanctuary. There's some additional info about the church in here and a 2.5-minute continuous loop video in our AV room in the history section that speaks to the history of the church as well. That's about it. I generally recommend people start off here. I look at this room as kind of like an appetizer area. You get a little taste of art, a little taste of history. When you move up to the second level, if you're feeling artsy, head to the right in the church, history, left into the display section.
Can I ask you a question?